Hey guys, so I'm going to attempt to make some Christmas style treats for the girls. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because I made this recipe up in my head, so it may not work. But we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna see if it works. So we're gonna move you. Actually, I'm gonna move the dog food bowl because every time I move you guys, I hit the dog food bowl. So I'm gonna move you up here, nice and close, as you can see what I've got here. So I've got my non-stick pan. I got a wooden spoon. Some sultanas, marshmallows, white chocolate chips, and crushed Weetabix. Here goes. Let's see if this works. So in my brain, what I plan to do is melt the marshmallows. Just turn the back ring on. I've got the oven on, haven't I? Not the oven. Yeah, it is. It's light now. It is light enough. Okay. I'm going to put a whole bag in and see if we can melt these down safely. Hey, Eris, get off the worktop. Thank you. And I have my coffee. Okay, so this might take a while. I'm going to have to move you guys this way a bit. I'm thinking maybe I should have cut them up a bit smaller. Yeah, then what I'll do is I'll cut them up a bit smaller. It might make them melt a bit quicker if I do that. Yeah, sticky. And it also gives the ring time to heat up. So let's cut them in half. There we go. Whoops. They're very sticky. Plus, if I cut them in half, we're cutting through the coating because these have like a sugary coating on them. And that way then it should get through the centre a bit quicker because the centre doesn't have that sugary coating on it. And have I got them all? No, I haven't got them all. Still a few this side. That's why I'm on about the sugary coating, look. Oh, that one's cut in half, that one's cut in half. That one's not, I missed that one. I believe there's another one below there. Is that all of them now? I think. Nope, there's one below there. Hidden against the side. Right, that looks like it's all of them cut in half now. Nope. I found a random one hiding. There he is. That one's cut in half though. That one's not. How are they hiding so well? No, that one's definitely cut in half. Okay, I think they are now all cut in half. Where's my towel gone? There. Alright, let's put them over the heat. They are starting to slowly melt. I can see some of it on the bottom. There's also one here now, look. Yeah, they're starting to go gooey and stick together, look. See that? In the bottom. One thing I do know about melting marshmallows, continuously stir it or it will stick to your pan. Stuck to the spoon. Get off. And it's also very sticky. Right, let's carry on stirring it. So I don't think it's going to go liquidy as such, which is what I was hoping it would, but I don't think it's going to. But it should be go liquidy enough for me to mix other stuff in. See how it's gone like that? Yeah. Some of the white ones haven't actually melted. That's a bit of a nightmare. I think they'll melt in the heat of the rest of the marshmallow mix without having to re-add it to the heat. Hopefully. Okay, so it has gone more liquidy like this. Okay, good. We're now going to add the Weetabix and mix it all together. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. It's already starting to solidify up. I'm going to have to add it to the heat just a bit, as I can't stir it now. Okay. God, it certainly gives your arms a workout. Okay. So, we should be able to flatten this out into a round shape. It's like glue. It's like glue. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to let that cool down enough that I can actually, yeah, it won't come off. Okay, I'll use my hand. There you go. It's not that hot actually. Definitely has a weird texture though. Anyway, we're not finished yet. We're going to leave that to cool in the bottom of that pan. We're then going to get out the silver pan. And the blue bowl. Fill it with water. And put it on top of there. So we're going to melt the chocolate chips. I need the other wooden spoon. A second. Nope, that's not a chocolate. That's not a spoon. That's what was that? A chopstick, I think. Okay. And we're going to add a tiny, tiny bit of orange flavour in there. There we go, we only need a tiny bit. Oh, I got it all over my hand. Mind you, it don't matter because I like the smell of orange. Don't like the taste of real oranges. I like the smell of them when they're being peeled open. Love that smell. And we're going to melt these down. Yes, Shadow, is there something you'd like? And you're not having chocolate chips either. Oh, hi Mr. Trey. These don't seem to want to melt, do they? Oh, we're going to leave those there and revert back to this, because this should now be able to be taken out of that tub. And put on a board. I hope. It's still quite warm, especially to touch with your hands. Okay. Let's try and get as much of that back in there as possible. I need to remove my rings. It's very gooey. There we go. Like, remove my rings so it doesn't stick to anything. Get the spoon. So we need to scrape it off the bottom and then put it on here. It's very stuck to the pan. Yeah, it definitely sticks to everything by the look of it. Go. Got nearly all of it out now. There we go. And then we just make sure it stays in a round for a minute. A nice round shape. So that it combines it all together. Okay. Just like that. Right, the chocolate chips are now starting to melt. There we go. Melting quite nicely there. And just a little bit more. There's still a couple of whole sections there. And we're done. Oh, yeah, we're done with there now. You turn that off and not put my finger on the ring. Okay, I'm going to bring you in closer for you to see the bit I'm doing here now. Just put that in the sink. So now that is one solid group. I'm hoping it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. It probably will though. No, it's not sticking to the rolling pin. That's good. So we're going to roll it out. Can I lift this? I can. Good. It's certainly less sticky than it was. Good. Plus using the rolling pin squashes all of that stuff together to make it a little more compact. Yeah, good. Okay, so we're going to get out some cookie cutters. We're going to go for the... Come out. Yeah. We're going to go with the Christmas themed cookie cutters for obvious reasons. So I think the gingerbread man shape, and maybe a couple of small Christmas tree shapes as well, because the Christmas tree shape one is very, very small. So we're going to do a Christmas tree shaped ones. If I can get the... No, I'm going to put the cutter there and then I'm going to roll it over with the... Well, sort of worked. It just didn't go right the way through like I hoped it would. But there is sort of a Christmas tree shape, I guess. Gingerbread man shape. Which is a bit bigger. So it should actually go through properly. Like it sort of did and it sort of didn't. There we go. That's the gingerbread man shape. Do you know what? I think it looks better as the gingerbread man actually. So we'll re-add that one to there, and we'll just go with the gingerbread man. Oh, they are very... This is still very sticky, which, I mean, is good, I guess. There we go. Get the remaining off before we remove the cookie cutter. Just like this. Still very sticky. Right, I'm going to have to redo the rolling out and the cookie cutter for the gingerbread man, and let me get him out first. Once I've rolled it all out and cut all of the gingerbread men out, I will show you the rest. Be back in a minute. So, they've all been cut out. I've covered my chopping board in silver foil to do this bit. And here are all of the shapes. Well, the shape, it's just gingerbread man, except for this square, because it wasn't big enough for a gingerbread man shape, so I just made it into a square instead. So, you're going to face you down towards the chocolate and the board. We're going to take each gingerbread man, and we're going to rub some chocolate over the top of each of them. Like this. And then we're going to pop them on the silver foil to cool. We also don't want the chocolate too thick. Even though it's white chocolate, I don't want the chocolate too thick, because I don't want too much, the girls having too much sugar. Dropped him. And they are still very sticky, by the way. Okay, we've got some excess chocolate pouring off the side there. There we go. They look more like ghosts than gingerbread men, but I know what they're supposed to look like. There we go. And there's just the square one left now. Okay. We still have spare chocolate, so I might recoat a couple of the other original ones. Put a little bit more chocolate on them. Like this. Good thing about using the silver foil is if you drop anything on there, it doesn't matter because it can be thrown away after the fact. I managed to put a little bit of extra chocolate on all of them, I think. Try not to drop my bowl on the floor because it's still hot. There we go. And that way then we're sure not to waste any of the chocolate. And then we can pour this hot water away. And then we can, oh, bit of random foil. There we have the finished gingerbread men and that weird square. And we're going to let them cool, and I will take a photograph of them and get the girls' opinion on them when they get back from school. I can't turn my camera. There we go. But that is the chocolate coated, I don't know, what will we call these? Marshmallow biscuits, I guess? Chocolate coated gingerbread marshmallow biscuits, I think. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.